Welcome to Midnight Passport, your gateway to the world's darkest destinations and most terrifying travel tales. Tonight's story is not for the faint of heart. This is the true account of a solo backpacker who ventured into Japan's infamous Aokigahara Forest and barely made it out alive. Let's begin. I was 28. A freelance photographer from Canada. After months of working non-stop, I finally booked a one-way ticket to Japan. I wasn't looking for tourist traps or busy cities. I wanted something raw, something real. So when I heard whispers about Aokigahara, the suicide forest, I knew where I was going. Locals warned me, they always do. They told me not to go alone, told me the spirits of the dead wander between the trees, told me the forest is alive, but I didn't listen. On a grey October morning, I took a local train to the edge of Mount Fuji. The wind was dead still. No birds, no bugs, no sound at all. I stepped through the narrow gate at the trailhead. A faded wooden sign in Japanese warned me to reconsider my life. That should have been enough, but I walked in anyway. 30 minutes in, I noticed the trees looked wrong. They curved inward, like they were closing in on me. I stopped to take a picture, and that's when I saw it. A red string tied to a tree, and another, and another. It snaked off the path into the forest. I knew what it meant. People who enter Aokigahara, intending not to come back, sometimes leave string trails, so their bodies can be found. Something inside me said, "Turn around," but I didn't. I followed it. For 10 minutes, the string led deeper into the thick trees. Then suddenly, it just stopped. Cut clean, and tied around the base of a pair of shoes. Shoes that were still full. I froze. I don't remember pulling my phone out, but I must have because I took a picture. The flash lit up the trees for a split second, and that's when I saw something behind the shoes. A tall shape, thin, pale, not moving, just watching me. My heart stopped, and then my phone died, battery drained to 0. I turned and ran. Branches whipped my face. I didn't stop running until I was back at the train station. The sun had already started to set, but the shadows, they still felt too close. I kept looking over my shoulder, convinced that something was just a few steps behind me. Even when I boarded the train, I felt it, eyes watching me. That night, back at my hostel in Tokyo, I locked the door, closed the curtains, and tried to convince myself it was all in my head. Just adrenaline, just fear, just shadows. But then, the dreams started. The first one was vivid. I was standing in the forest again. But this time the trees were whispering, calling my name, in voices that sounded like mine, like I was already dead. I woke up, gasping, and the room was ice cold, despite the heater being on full blast. Over the next few days, things got worse. I'd find red strings in my bag, in my jacket pocket, even in my shoes. I never packed them, never touched them, but they kept appearing. I tried deleting the picture, the one I took in the forest, but the file wouldn't open. Every time I clicked it, my phone would freeze or crash. Once, it just showed static and a distorted face staring straight at me. I booked the earliest flight home, thought I could leave it behind. Thought the forest's curse wouldn't cross the ocean. But I was wrong. The dreams didn't stop. The red strings followed me. They started showing up in my apartment, in my fridge, tied around doorknobs. One even dangled from my bedroom ceiling, right above where I slept. Then came the whispers, not in my dreams, not in my mind, but in the room. Real. Audible. Right behind me. Last week, I played the audio recorder on my phone while I slept, just to prove to myself I wasn't crazy. The next morning, I hit play. Static. Then a voice, whispering. You never left. I threw the phone across the room, and that's when I saw it, the reflection, in the black screen, not my face, something pale, tall, and smiling. So, if you're thinking of visiting the suicide forest, don't. Because even if you leave the trees behind, they may not leave you. This has been Midnight Passport. Thanks for flying with us into the unknown. We'll see you in your dreams.